Hello, welcome to Hayat Insights. Friends, in the last episode, we talked about the communication skills, effective communication skills, benefits, and also about the reasons for unemployment. So, in this episode, we are going to talk about the actual communication that is there in human beings, what exactly is communication, and also the levels of communication. And then in the next video, we are going to talk about the barriers to communication. So friends, coming to communication in human beings, as it is said that man is different and superior to other species because words are at his command. In fact, there are a lot of thoughts, feelings about the world around and also about himself. So, there is an irrepressible desire to express, share his thoughts, feelings, ideas, and react. Now, this is an instinct in the human beings that is not there in the other beings of the Almighty has created the various beings. So, among those, human beings have this unique, distinct identity or distinct desire, irrepressible desire to express, share his thoughts, feelings, and ideas, and also react to those feelings, reacts to those ideas. Now, it is said that 3/4 of your waking hours is spent in communicating. Now, that's an amazing fact, or that's an amazing revelation that we all should know that how much of time we spend in communicating. The decisive elements in communication are said to be words, speech rhythm, eye contact, body language, and space relationship. So, as I said, the non-verbal communication has got the body language, space relationship, and various other gestures are there that we are going to talk about in the subsequent videos. So, in this decisive elements in communication, I'm just going to talk about the words. Words are said to be self-edited and specific, can be controlled through training. Now, in fact, we pick what we want to say, and also we filter our choices. It is said that reading between the lines. How do you read between the lines? That is, you try to interpret which is not being said. So, this is another important aspect as far as the communication is concerned. Next is, communicating is said to be asking, telling, and explaining. Key to better communication is all about awareness about the world, awareness about yourself, and also the discovering which you have never noticed before, maybe in yourself as well as in others. Now, true communication is said to be a dialogue. It must be a dialogue. It has to be an exchange between you and your receiver, without which you cannot make it a communication. So, it has to be a two-way thing. It must be a dialogue. Powerful and effective communication. There has to be a consistency between identity, belief, capability, and behavior. Now, that's where we come to the next thing, that is the levels of communication. It is said that there are 6 levels of communication. Now, in fact, humans communicate at a subconscious level. That is, when we talk to various people, various human beings, it is said that people do communicate subconsciously. That is, when they converse, when they talk, they express themselves and they subconsciously say what they are. Now, it is to us, that is how you interpret that communication. So, it's a very interesting communication to be interpreted or to be understood. So, let's take the first one, that is vision. Now, vision is said to be like, I would say that I promise, or what exactly a person wants to be. Example is, I have a dream to become the Prime Minister or President of a country. Now, how do you see this? If somebody says that a person wants to really become a Prime Minister or President, now everybody cannot really become a Prime Minister and President. We do understand. But how do you interpret that? Now you can say that a person is very aspiring. Now he wants to go up in the life or up the ladder in the organization. So he has got this vision, or he has got this aspiration to do well in life. This is, as I said, subconsciously it is expressed by people. Next is, second one is identity. I am. Example, I am very caring, I am very strict, I am gentle person, or I am very punctual. Now, when you say very punctual, it means that people do not want to tolerate anybody coming late, or they don't want to tolerate indiscipline or maybe misbehavior by any other person. So this is how you really interpret the other person's, you can say, level of communication or interpretation. The third one is belief. I believe. Example, again, I believe in democracy. Now, if somebody says that I believe in, say, dictatorship, or I believe in monarchy, so it means that a person wants to dominate the world, or a person wants to make centralized decisions, a one-man decision making, one-man army. So if you say that you believe in democracy, it means that you believe in consensus, you believe in everybody's opinion. So that's very self-explaining, that how you interpret the person if he says that he believes in certain things. The fourth one is capability. I can. I play tennis. I can cook Chinese food, or maybe I can drive for long hours. So it shows that a person is fun loving, or a person is passionate about cooking food, a particular type of dish, or a person is sport loving person, or he wants to go to places. So this is one type of, you can say, capability that is subconsciously mentioned by an individual. Next is again an interesting thing, that is fifth one is behavior. That is, I work for 5 days in a week, or if somebody would say that even 7 days are not enough for me. So it means that you can interpret that a person is very workaholic. When you say I work for 5 days in a week, so it means that a person is off for 2 days, that is the weekend. That is, a person wants to concentrate on some other things, or maybe he is fun loving, sport loving, or maybe he is giving time to his family. So that's where you can interpret on various things. So that's about the behavior. The sixth one is environment, where you can say that I live in a particular city, Hyderabad, or I live in Delhi. So that shows that you are in a metro city, or you are in an urban area. So how do you really interpret that? That is, you come from an urban background, or maybe you come from a rural background. So maybe people may also interpret their personality or their communication as well. So friends, this is about the 6 communication levels. The next one is about the communication in organizations. Now, you have got various levels. It is said to be 4 types of communication in organization. That is, upward to a supervisor, downward to a subordinate, lateral to a co-worker. And the most important thing, these 3 are very formal, and you can say these are more related to your work, as far as to the supervisor, to your boss, or maybe to the subordinate, or maybe your colleague or co-worker. But I would say that another important communication type is that of diagonally to a different department. That is, you are in a marketing department, so you have a communication with a person in finance, or maybe in HR, or maybe in production department, or maybe in any other department. So that is said to be an informal type of communication. That is said to be a grapevine, or it is also said as rumor mill. That is, it moves around various levels. That is, the rumor mill goes on with along with the maybe water coolers, or along with in the canteens, or maybe in the recreation areas, in the grounds, and various other places. So friends, this was about the various communication levels and what exactly is communication all about. So in the next video, we are going to talk about the barriers to communication, or what are the hurdles, what are the obstacles in communicating with different people, or how does communication doesn't convey the actual message what you want to convey. So thank you. We'll meet in the next episode. Thank you very much.